Hi all, this is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome again to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. हम चर्चा करेंगे कि how to predict the market using wave theory and time cycles. And it's amazing to see the markets have been going all the way like rocket on the upside. I am sure you are also eagerly waiting what is next, what's happening with Bank Nifty, with Nifty inching towards 18,000, Sensex towards 60,000. Bank Nifty towards 40,000. Those have been the levels that everyone is talking about. But हो क्या रहा है बाजार में, and what is it possible to predict this kind of target levels, which I am going to. So today's webinar is going to be focusing on whether it is possible to predict something like this in way back. So this is Ashish Kyal here, and you will be astonished, as the webinar title itself mentioned. You will be astonished to see what I am going to share today with you. अगर आपको आज से 2013 के महीने में, 2013 के साल में, 2013, in that year, July 2013 to be specific, if I would have said that in next 7 to 8 years of time, Sensex is going to be at 61,000 levels. 7 to 8 years of time, Sensex will be at 61,000 levels. If I would have told you that, or you have that information, with Bank Nifty near 40,000 levels, that information, and with Nifty near 18,000. Now imagine, अगर आपको 7 साल पहले किसी ने ऐसा बताया होता, would you have believed that is even a possibility? ओके कि ऐसा पॉसिबल कैसे है टाइम के साथ में. ठीक है, सेंसेक्स 61,000 में, ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूं आ जाएगा 10 साल में, 20 साल में, randomly. No, with the science of time, when these levels can be achieved and how it can be predicted, I have the proof. So that is the entire intention of this webinar, which I have in front of you. But before I proceed, I would like to take a very quick poll right now. What do you think is the Nifty trend in the coming week? This poll is very important today for me, because I'm going to check what is the trend for the Nifty in the coming week. I want to see overall sentiments kya hai bazaar mein. What do people think with the rally that we have seen on the market? What do you think is happening? And आज वेबिनार में खाली सेंसेक्स की बात नहीं की जाएगी. I am also going to talk about ITC. I know ITC has been the long awaited stock which has finally given breakout, so I'm going to talk about ITC also. So just before that, I'm now very curious to see what is the overall expectation of the market. And people who are there on YouTube, if you want to join me on the Zoom platform, here is the link which I'm going to simply share it across with you, and you can simply join me on the Zoom platform. So यहाँ पर है link. If you want to join, okay, my colleague has already shared across. That I can see Tanmay Deshpande is saying that no one would have believed. In fact, I'm going to share across a very short story before I share across that research report. And uske saath mein, let me just do one thing. Let me just first end this poll. This is very interesting poll. I can clearly see that over here, we can clearly see that the 59% of the people are expecting markets to go up, but 41% are expecting markets to go down. मुझे लगा था आज majority of the people would have been bullish given the huge rise in Nifty, but looks like many are still on the क्योंकि overall market sentiments bullish है. If you look at the monthly candle, if you look at the weekly candle, if you look at Bank Nifty, what has changed? ऐसा तो नहीं, ऐसा होता है बहुत जन के साथ में, that what is the market and why it has rallied. That is the question you are asking. What happened to ITC? Why it is up by 7% in a single day? That is what you want to know as well, right? Chaliye, let me go back on the chart. Okay, Yogesh wants to know how I predicted in 2030, your view at that time to read the market. Yogesh, the answer is for you. I'm just going to quickly share my research, which was published in 2013 with, and this research is there, was shared with my clients. This is the monthly research report which we published, and you can see the date of this research. And I'm going to hide myself. Yes, you can see the date. It was July 2013 issue, published on 25th of July 2013 was the year. Okay, are you able to see the screen now where I'm sharing across the research report? This is from the monthly research report. Imagine हम वो टाइम पे 2013 में भी ये रिसर्च रिपोर्ट पब्लिश करते थे, जो आज भी वी आर पब्लिशिंग इट फॉर क्लाइंट्स. And let's just go down. This is Sensex chart. Let me just zoom in for you. Okay, can you see this chart of Sensex from 2013 onwards? ओके, सेंसेक्स चार्ट 2013 तो पब्लिश हुई थी रिपोर्ट, 1979 ऑनवर्ड. एंड यहाँ पर आप ध्यान देना क्या मैं बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू सिंपल स्टफ विच इज वेरी इंट्रिगिंग. ओके, Sensex is India. We think India is set to rally before the end of 2014. That is the information. This is on the basis of Elliott wave counts, which I am showing it to you on this chart. So ये जो chart आप देख रहे हैं, this is a weekly Sensex chart on the basis of Elliott wave analysis. ठीक है, यहाँ पर overall wave 1 we completed here, wave 2 we completed here. This is wave 3rd, this is wave 4th. 2013 के बाद में मैंने नियो वेव पे रिसर्च चालू की एंड आई हैव ट्विक्ड द काउंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ नियो वेव एनालिसिस, बट आउटलुक still remains similar. Now here is the target that you can see it on the chart. I'm going to go down now. यहाँ पर समझ में आया. अभी फिलहाल fifth wave I have mentioned that, and I'm going to go down for the prediction. Here is the research report published way back in 2013, जब सेंसेक्स 20,000 के आंकड़े पर था. It was at the levels of 20,000 when this research was published. And can you see the target here of 61,000 which was set at that point of time? In fact, the year also was decided was 2020. Now 2020 में तो कोविड आ गया. That's why there is a possibility जो चीज 2020 में होने वाली थी शायद वो 2021 में हो रही है. And that is maybe the COVID is the reason or whatever is the reason. In fact, each and ये जो आप देख रहे हैं टाइम साइकिल, this I call as a time cycle, 272 weeks of time cycle. And many of my research subscribers from that time is also there. One is Sunil Nalavade. He has been with me for a decade, and he has accessed this research, so he is aware about this what I am talking. यहाँ पर एक लो बना मार्केट में. This is known as a time cycle concept. यहाँ पर लो बना, यहाँ पर लो बना, एंड एवरी 272 वीक्स मार्केट फॉर्म्ड अ लो. मुझे लगा यहाँ पर मार्केट आएगा, देयर कैन बी अ लो विच कैन फॉर्म या इन्वर्जन, एंड दैट्स हाउ इट्स गोइंग टू गो. एंड इन फैक्ट ये थोड़ा सा डिले हो गया. द लो फॉर्म्ड एग्जैक्टली इन 2020, and 2021 we are now moving towards the level of 61,000. The Sensex has already touched or came close to that 60,000 mark in today's trading session. Or on what basis did I forecast this? I'm going to tell you the timeline also. Okay, I'm going to go down and I'm going to explain. So this is all the research explained at that point of time. Let's go to the conclusion directly and understand why was it mentioned at that time and what was clearly given here. We are showing a Sensex chart. If you can read the research, that's going to be very amazing. You can see it here showing the Sensex can touch 61,000 by the level 2020. Year was 2020 and the level was 61,000, marked published in 2013. The entire research contains that powerful forecast using two techniques. कौन सी दो टेक्निक्स है? Elliott wave and time cycle. So timing the market. Okay, Tarun is saying mind boggling. Absolutely. ये तो कुछ नहीं है. आगे देखिए, this research will make you thrill to the core. इस पूरे 7 साल में इलेक्शंस हुए. Okay, Mr. Modi came to power. So many things changed, policy wise, COVID wise, everything. But the targets came just off by few months. 2020 में जो चीज होने वाली थी 2021 में हो रही है, थोड़े महीनों के डिले में. 7 साल का prediction coming exactly. And look at the arrows also given here on the chart, how it's going to go. It's went precisely how it was expected. That's the power of wave theory I'm going to show you. Okay, if you go down further and read further, I've very clearly mentioned that. Okay, why is the reason when, and in fact, I'll share a short story with you. When I published this research in 2013, I sent to a few of my friends also. एक फ्रेंड ने मुझे फोन किया और बोला, आर यू क्रेजी, हाउ कैन यू मेंशन सेंसेक्स एट 61,000 लेवल. एक जीरो शायद बाय मिस्टेक ऐड हो गया, यू हैव एडेड अ जीरो बाय मिस्टेकनली, सेंसेक्स शुड बी एट 6,100. You know, that was the mood, that was the social mood at that point of time when people were still bearish and they were expecting that after the March lows formed, the rally which happened on the Sensex is going to be temporary and again the down move should start. That is what people actually thought. And he is calling me up and saying your report is misprinted for 6,100 levels. I said, I gave him one simple reason. And here is what I've explained. Here is the reason that you can read it here. When near 3,000 levels, Sensex rallied to 21,000 in 2008. An increase of 7 times in 5 years. Sensex was launched at 100 in 1979 and touched 21,000 in early 2009, a rise of 210 times in mere 30 years. Matlab 7 times rise hua hai every year. Now, why this looks that 61,000 in 6 to 7 years can be a exorbitant figure. In fact, I clearly mentioned that 2014 will be right to ride the next bull trend on the upside, and that is how markets have behaved. I expected a fall will come. That fall did come on the downside, not very steep, but then 2014 se jo rally shuru hua, it's still ongoing. And look at my forecast of Bank Nifty. This is Bank Nifty chart. I'm sure this is darling of majority of the people. This is Bank Nifty weekly chart. Can you see this here? Bank Nifty ka target was set to around 38,000 to 40,000. Can you see that? And the year also I have mentioned it clearly. That is on the basis of wave theory and time cycle. The time that Bank Nifty followed was 141 weeks cycle. Every 141 week, Bank Nifty was turning on the upside. And this is what I expected Bank Nifty to do. The 2017 में एक dip आएगा and then an unprecedented rise, and Bank Nifty behaved precisely the way it was expected. Let's just go down and check what were the levels mentioned for Bank Nifty and why I mentioned those levels also here. Okay, this is what you can see, the level of 26,000 and 40,000 over here. If you can read it, you can clearly make out. Okay, might sound irrational or crazy at this point of time. I mentioned that because log soch rahe the main pagal hu. Now here is the answer, here is the proof that was it a madness that I predicted, or what it was the power of wave theory and time cycle that I predicted. History shows that things may seem far-reached but still possible if you apply objective techniques. Okay, I mentioned how Bank Nifty has behaved in the past and why this level of 40,000 on Bank Nifty looks achievable. Bank Nifty ka high kitna tha aaj ke din mein? If anyone can tell me what was the high Bank Nifty touched today, was 38,113 odd levels, right? And 40,000 zyada dur nahi hai. Okay, thanks Nitesh for sharing that across. So that shows the power of this. Do you want to see a chart of gold from 1920 onwards for a period of 100 years? Do you want to see that chart of gold in terms of COMEX? This report contains that also. The chart of gold from that. This is currency forecast. Look at that forecast. Each and every move which I have been predicting and how markets have behaved is simply astonishing. Same thing with Dow Jones Industrial Average. It has just gone up like crazy, again basis of the cycles. And here is coming for you the forecast on gold. This is the chart of gold that you can see here from 1929 onwards. I forecasted again way back that for nearly 21 years, gold will underperform equity market, which means that अगर आपको पैसा कमाना है, this is in terms of US dollar I am talking about. What I said is, if you want to make money in the market, you will be able to make money by by investing in stocks and not in gold in terms of US dollar. क्योंकि ये COMEX gold का चार्ट है and ये COMEX का levels है. So you can clearly see very interesting scenario I'm going to share across with you on gold, love for prime numbers. Okay, what is that? Gold was controlled from 1920 onwards till 1960s. Okay, it was not allowed to trade freely. It was pegged against US dollar कि इससे ज्यादा price change नहीं हो सकता है. That was the period where gold consolidated. Post that, gold was set to trade freely, and that is when gold rise from the levels of 35 to 612. That is 17 times increase over the period of 13 years. 13 and 17 both are prime numbers. After completion of wave 3, wave 4 started on gold, and it corrected for nearly around 21 years. 7 into 3 is 21. Both 7 and 3 is prime number. From that level of 272, gold, this is monthly average close. This is not the highest level, which was 1920. Monthly on an annualized basis, average अगर हम करेंगे, so 1700 was the level. Gold rallied for 11 years, a prime number. The average reading of the year was 1700. 17 is a prime number. It increased by 7 times in that rally of fifth wave, a prime number. Isn't that astonishing? I call this love of gold for prime numbers. From that level, I mentioned that for 21 years, which is until 2030, gold will underperform equity markets. And that has behaved precisely the way we expected. Again, I am repeating, this is in terms of US dollars. अगर आपने गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट किया होता 2013 में compared to stocks, you would have not made as much money that the stocks would have given you. And that was forecasted again way back in that 2013 research report. So isn't that amazing? Or is it only me who gets amazed by looking at such kind of forecast that we do for the markets? These research is monthly research report that we publish, and this is, you can subscribe to it by visiting wavestrategy.com and get access to this kind of research. This simply shows how in-depth studies we do and why markets behave not randomly, but in terms of predictability by using this wave theory. And I was simply astonished to see that 2020, which was supposed to be 61,000 Sensex, just few months later, Sensex is now at 61,000 level and Bank Nifty at 40,000. Here is the chart again for reference. Do you want this entire research report, guys, who are here with me on this platform? Do you want to read it yourself? 2013 ka report, you want to read it? The only way you can do that is I'm going to share across how to get access to this research report. You just have to do one thing for me. You might just want to go to wavestrategy.com, and once you go there on wavestrategy.com, let me just share it across with you. You go to a section, you can see a tab here as login on wavestrategy.com. if you already have an access to it. नहीं तो free member section पे जाना है आपको. In that free member, once you click on that tab, you will see just name, email ID, or registration is done, and you will receive a login ID and password in your email. Once you log in with your ID and password, you will get access to this research report under the My Library tab. WS exclusive section है यहाँ पर. So under that, you will be able to see the research report which is published, and it's available to every one of you. So my colleague has shared across the link, and people on YouTube, if you are wondering why you are not able to comment, I have made it mandatory. Only subscribers will be able to comment on the YouTube so that we don't get a lot of chats. I can see what you are talking about. I can address your questions. So if you are subscribed to the channel on YouTube, then you will be able to comment on the chat. So you simply have to go here, and apart from that, also over here, one very important aspect is traders community. There is amazing charts posted by a lot of people. You simply go and click on this product, view product. Once you do that, you will be able to post your queries, your doubts, your charts. ये सब आप यहाँ पर पोस्ट कर सकते हैं. So the research report is available in the WS exclusive section. This report you can download, share it with your friends. 2013 का रिपोर्ट में अगर किसी ने फोरकास्ट किया था, that's the power of wave theory. So सेंसेक्स टारगेट 61,000 है. अगर सेंसेक्स फिलहाल 59,000 के आसपास, 59,200 was the high, यहाँ से और 2000 पॉइंट सेंसेक्स का मतलब हो गया नियरली 500 पॉइंट्स rally that we can see, 600 points rally that we can see on the market. Okay, that's the thing that we are looking at. Now let's go what is happening with bank nifty now and how should we trade, or shall we go to ITC stock? Where do you want me to go? Where this is your Gurukul, this is for every one of you to learn from me. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask me. Whatever you want to know, you can know from me. Okay, this is I can see a lot of bank nifty and ITC lovers here. So ITC का chart है आपके सामने, and just a disclaimer, we are SEBI registered research analysts and we do not hold positions, and you can clearly see an ITC chart here which is clearly showing a cycle analysis. Okay, Nitesh is saying I already go through your articles and that is awesome. Nitesh, thank you very much, really appreciate. We publish lot of research and आपसे पता चलता है कि ये interesting है. So keep reading, keep sharing it also. So where is Nifty right now? How is it moving? I'm going to go there. Let's just check ITC and then we go to Nifty and Bank Nifty. Current state क्या है? Okay. You can clearly see here, overall, every 56 days, ITC forms a low. In fact, every 28 days also ITC forms a low. And that is what, if you look at the ITC every 28 days, let me put a cycle for you of 28 days on ITC stock. Now, if I start from here, why do I start from here? There is an entire science of 28 days, and that's a 28-day cycle. I'm going to plot it for you, which is going to showcase. Okay, I'm going to change the color of this cycle. This is 28 days dark blue line that you see. यहाँ पर low बना, a low formed again here, a low formed here, low formed here, low formed here. Every 28 days, this is the low which market ITC is forming. And if I put a Bollinger Band on this stock also, you will be able to understand that how exactly the entire Bollinger Bands have worked on the stock of ITC. So ITC, after a long time, closed above this. I think the stock is headed at least towards 250. At least I am saying, basis of multiple techniques of wave theory that I have applied on the stock. If you want to understand the wave chart, this is what my wave counts are. A, B, and C done. Post that and wave X is done. Then this is A, B as per Neo wave, C, D, E, F, and G done. Wave X done here again, and then we are started a big trend on the upside. So maybe X शायद यहाँ complete हुआ, and we have started with wave A. This wave equality with the prior wave A equality and this wave A equality comes near the target of 252 on the upside. That is how I derive my target. Okay, that is what I do and that is what I forecast. The techniques that I use is time cycle and neo wave. That is the power of combining timing. The market is the key that you are seeing over here. So that is what my expectation for ITC is, but please trade at your own risk. Use the stop loss is must. Understand ये सब चीजें बहुत जरूरी है. So where are we right now with respect to Nifty? चलिए, let me share across another research with you, which is published later now in my monthly research. I'm not going to disclose everything, but this is my forecast of Nifty, Sensex and Nifty, which you can clearly see it over here. And I do track Bitcoin also. Sagar is asking if I'm tracking Bitcoin. So that's my Nifty Sensex count right now. and my expectation for Sensex, I've clearly mentioned, is 62,450 levels in the form of wave G, and entire reasoning of this is given in the monthly research report. Okay, so this is very, very clearly mentioned there. I am giving you stocks. So Sumit is saying it is not mentioned in my daily report ITC. Because Sumit, if you look at it in my daily report, did you get the stock Is My Trip 2 days back? I'm not sure if you are reading it. If you are reading in my daily research report, did you get that stock of Is My Trip? 2 days back, 2 or 3 days back, that stock was published. And the stock is up by how much? Can you tell me from there? 20%. It's up from there. 20%, right? Absolutely. So अगर वो stock 20% ऊपर है, so I would prefer that stock over ITC. Okay, so not all stocks I can cover, right? That is mentioned there. So this is what I think of Nifty, and this is what I think of Sensex happening. And if you can want, you can translate this into Nifty. So this is research. I'm not going to show more of this research now, because this is meant for my subscribers who are there for the monthly research, जिसमें मैंने Nifty का भी highlight किया है, overall explanation दिया है, why did I derive, all of those things are mentioned. Okay, Sachin is here from a mentorship class. Sachin, fantastic. Sachin is keen on knowing what is happening with Bank Nifty. Okay, let's come down to this chart and let's look at Bank Nifty. Shall we go to Bank Nifty now? Okay, very clearly, I'm going to go to Bank Nifty now and going to showcase on this Bank Nifty chart. To be very honest, I have seen so many people. Today itself, I was there on ET Now Hindi. That's going to, I think it's a dry run going on. They are going to go live soon, ET Now Hindi. I was speaking there, and so many questions that are asked by the viewers are bearish. And I was like, why are you bearish? If you look at the weekly chart of Bank Nifty, is it a bearish candle or a bullish candle? Let me ask you, let's go back and let me ask you one simple question. Do you see a close below the prior week's low? Are you able to see my Bank Nifty chart? Do you see a close below the prior week low is what I am asking you. No, that means the overall it is bullish on a weekly candle. Look at the monthly candle, it is bullish. Look at the daily candle, look at the size of the candle. It's, in fact, if you are a participant of Master of Technical Analysis program, you know what is a Bollinger Band breakout strategy that we talk about. It is a positive bullish stock setup that I'm looking at in the Bank Nifty also. मंडे को सुबह 11 बजे एक टाइम साइकिल चेंज हो रहा है वापस से बाय में. सो आज जो सेलिंग था दैट वाज एक्सपेक्टेड. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग अ शॉर्ट टर्म प्रॉफिट बुकिंग, and from Monday second half again there can be buying emerging. That is what my cycle timing the market reading is saying. So Bank Nifty, I am bullish. I expect the market to continue to go up. The important support for Bank Nifty is now at 37,000 levels on the downside. That is the level I'm looking at as support, 37,140 to be very precise. Okay, Nitesh is saying I'm also bullish for you along with me. If you are following me on Twitter at the rate Kalashish, you can clearly see I have been tweeting across how to ride the trend. In fact, we had a live trading session yesterday with my mentees. We went long on Bank Nifty. We discussed about stocks very clearly, and we went long around 37,140. And Sachin is here from the mentorship batch. I am sure he will be able to answer that for all of you. And I keep tweeting across. So do follow me on the Twitter, and the Telegram channel is AK Trading Gurukul. Okay, so that is the view on Bank Nifty. It is bullish. Overall pattern looks good. And with respect to Nifty, it is simply don't try to catch a top. Whatever your gut feelings is that the market should come down, it has rallied too much. I can see from the poll results today, many are still bearish. Whatever your gut feelings is, only one thing that you have to keep in mind. If on a Monday we close below today's low, so today's low is 17,539. If we close below today's low, then there can be profit booking happening. But if on a Monday we form a low by 12:30 and shows a buying in second half, keep riding the trend by shorting put options. That is the easiest way in which you can trade this market and ride the trend. Does it make sense? So the overall market is stretched, I agree, but it is still bullish. Nothing has changed. In fact, the laggards like ITC, Bank Nifty, the laggards are trying to catch up now. Okay, so that is going to be happening. Sachin is saying I am to joining mentorship too also. Sachin, fantastic. So we have a mentorship on timing the market, which is starting in November. This time the theme is timing the market. If you want to understand why timing the market is so important, क्योंकि अगर आप option trader है and if you don't time the market to the very minute, you can't really make money. That's what I believe. So timing is the theme of mentorship 2, which we are starting. This is mentorship season 2. We are having in November. And before that, we are having a Master of Cycles program, which is going to be there on 9th and 10th of September. And if you are a part of mentorship timing the market, you are a part of my Master of Cycles program also. So that is what we are going to do. So are you interested to be learning something like this, so interesting about the markets, by looking at these simple concepts of cycles and simple concepts of timing the market? Would you want to be a part of this entire journey of how you can forecast 7 years from now on what will be Sensex and how it's going to be there? So this is for each one of you who are here with me. Simply choose your path to financial freedom. Do you want to be a part of mentorship, which is a 3 months program, or if you want to be a part of Master of Cycles to time the market, which is happening on 9th and 10th of September? So if that is the case, here is the poll which I am opening up, and my colleague can simply share the link where you can simply go and register yourself. So my MOC link can be shared across by my team, and they will guide you how to go about it once you register. So time kaise karna hai? That is what the cycle theory is going to be all about, of timing it to the very day, very minute, very year. That is what I am done. And this is happening on 9th and 10th of October, which is live. Mentorship is going to, this time mentorship theme is going to be timing. So we are going to start a new module, which is option trading using technical analysis, which is along with mentorship program. You will also be having access to Neo Wave class, which is there. You will be having access to time cycles, which is Master of Cycles program. So mentorship November is a very different theme that we are structuring it across, which is going to be fantastic, right? So be a part of that. My colleague has already shared the link also on the YouTube. Please share it across. And Kiran is saying, sir, were you nervous in March 2020 when Sensex tanked as your 2013 prediction was in problem? Kiran, fantastic question that you have asked me. Kiran is asking me कि मार्च 2020 में क्या मैं नर्वस था, क्योंकि 2013 का जो मेरा प्रेडिक्शन था 61,000 लेवल्स का, वो शायद नहीं अचीव हुआ. No, absolutely not, Kiran. So I'll tell you what I did. I was bullish on the markets all the way. My holdings, I was still holding my portfolio of stocks which contain Titan, which contain Bajaj Finserv, Reliance, TCS, Tata Elxsi. Those are the stocks I kept on holding, and that stocks, look at them now. So I was not nervous. In fact, I was riding the trend on the downside. मेरा mentorship Feb batch start हुआ था तभी in Feb 2020, and in March, April we discussed how this trend can turn out to a big downtrend, and I was buying put options like anything. In fact, in 2 weeks of time, I turned that capital into nearly around 300% of whatever premium of option was that, or more than that. That was so. In fact, I was exceptionally thrilled. In 3 weeks, I made so much which I wouldn't have made in a year. Okay. उसके बाद में I turned super bullish around 8,100 on Nifty, then 8,800 on Nifty, and told this is the time to start investing in the market, and it went up. In between, I was expecting कि शायद rally lifetime high तक नहीं जा सके, possibility था, but then there was no break of the support, so I continued to maintain that stand, and I'm still bullish all the way on the upside. So I rode the trend on the downside. In fact, in 2020 by trading options I kept on investing for my long-term portfolio by buying stock. That is how the entire stuff happened. Okay, so that is how I actually, it helped me to make money on both the sides. So I'm ending the poll right now, and that is what I do. Right, what you make out of your trading, you want to put it into the stocks. At those stocks that you think from wave perspective are in the third wave. That's what we give in our multi-bagger research also. And I can see 14,142 per time cycle was predicted as on the spot couple of months back. 14,140. I don't really remember what was the Nifty level. So if you can help me, when was it done and what was the Nifty level at that point of time, I can help you with that. Sunil, Mr. Sunil is saying, I'm the proof of your analysis for Sensex target of 61,000. Thank you. Fantastic. Sunil, he has been a part of with me for all the years. In one of your webinar, you have identified a fall in Jan 20. Thanks, Sham. I have identified in Jan 20 and Fab 20 say the market topped out and the fall continued to go on the downside. So, you know, अगर आपको सीखना है इस तरीके से मार्केट को टाइम करना, प्रिडिक्ट करना और ट्रेड और इन्वेस्टमेंट पोजीशन लेना, इट्स गोइंग टू बी फैंटास्टिक. One time around 12,000, your prediction was not accurate and you corrected it on live webinar. Absolutely. Akhil, might have been that case where 12,000 prediction जो किया था शायद नहीं हुआ वैसा. I'm not saying, did I ever claim I'm going to be 100% sure? Absolutely not. This is the market of probability. अगर आपको किसी ने बोला होगा you are a wave forecasting guy, you should be 100% sure कि कल आपके साथ क्या होने वाला है. I am like, boss, I'm not God. I can forecast future with probability. So I can be wrong. So if I am wrong, I have a stop loss. That's why I say use a stop loss, right? But I change my view with a fraction of second. अगर market scenario change होगा, if tomorrow Nifty falls by 500 points, I will be bearish. I don't care what you think. So the point I'm trying to make is it does not matter whether I am changing my stand. I will change. If the market changes the direction, if the wave changes, I change my stand. And that is what is required out of a good trader. When the trend is there, you have to keep riding it. Simply trend following method follow kar. Keep trading, keep trailing and ride it. When the trend changes, you will know. How will I know? If I see a monthly close below prior month's low, below prior week's low, prior day's low, you change your stand. If you look at this stock index, in fact, look at it. And since we are also on the chart right now, look at this index. Nifty formed a low here, which was what level? 16,358, around that level. यहां से एक भी क्लोज प्रीवियस डे के लो के नीचे भी नहीं हुआ है. Look at that. Not a single close below the previous day low has happened. It has been what? Nearly 14 trading sessions already and more than 1,200 points of rise. And look at that, how it has gone. Okay. And this clearly showcases that how fantastic it moves. अगर मंडे को क्लोज होगा, then I will change my stand for short term at least. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मेरा prediction wrong है कि right है. It's you go with the flow. Chandrasekhar is saying I invested in Tenor or Robeco MF on your advice. 35% got. I am very happy riding for 66 months. Fantastic, Chandrasekhar. It's glad it helped. So in a nutshell, I am not God. I am only a chart practitioner. I forecast markets. I read it for you, what I see on the chart. I publish then in my research reports, and I publish in my multi-bagger or momentum research report, and it worked out fantastic. Titan was given in multi-bagger, which is up by like what, 40% now from in 3 months of time. Fantastic, right? And it was clear. Sunil Nalawade is saying, sir, 12,250. I said Nifty corrects heavily, and that was in Jan 2020. Fantastic. Thank you, Sunil. G, and Nifty corrected by 50% from there, nearly, right? Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, guys. Love talking to you all. If you want to get access to the research published in 2013, it's there in the free member section. Just visit wavestrategy.com. You will get access from there. And if you have any queries, doubts, tweet it across to me and make big. That is what my theme is. If you want to learn it from someone who is showing you the proof on how the forecasting works using wave theory and time cycles that I've shared it across right now with you all. And it's amazing to see the targets being almost achieved. I'll say almost achieved. I'm not waiting for that 1,020. It's done for me. Both Bank Nifty 40,000 and Bank Nifty that point of time was what, maybe around 12,000? I don't even know. And it has rallied. And Sensex was around 18,000 and it has rallied big time. So I'm very happy that it worked so well. I hope the future also works the way we expect it to. Thank you very much for your time. This is Friday at 4, Ashish Kyal, and signing off from wavestrategy.com. Wonderful time. Stay safe, stay and have a happy weekend. If you like this research report, do circulate it across. I'll be more than happy to answer your queries and doubts at any point of time. See you for the Master of Cycles program. By the way, the early bird ends very soon. So just ensure you are in time to get in time cycle program. Thank you.